Okay, I don't have a lot of choices for the angle, so everything looks kind of sucks in this picture, but it's so cute. It's quite expensive, but it's so cute. This one is free because my mom took it from a random place, and it looks very very ugly, but it will not die, so that's good. At least you live with me. And like, I think it doesn't in a good kind of condition either. This one is also free because I just took it from my uncle garden, so it's totally free. This looks cute. Why I have a tour garden over here? But anyway, a garden tour over here. But anyways, the main point of this video is we're gonna revise. Stupid. We're gonna revise my day. Let's see what have I done. I'm actually exhausted. Like, my energy is just gone out. I have enough for the day. Anyway, let's see how many percent did I finish, and let's see if this is a feasible and applicable plan or not. So first of all, in the morning, I think I will have a better today. So I will wake up at 5:30. I will try my best because obviously I haven't done my shit, so have to do that. But I still, for an encouragement, I will give me 25%, 20% finished at this task, and then we have blah blah blah. Oh, and then the video, the lunch video, finished watching it. The atomic habit, something I think is kind of, it sounds like something I have heard before. Mainly, I think because that book is a hit. Everyone talk about it, everyone knows it. So I think that's why I also know it, even though I don't know that it's originally from that book. What else? Did I get surprised by anything in that video about that book? Maybe no, because if I do, I should remember it. But yeah, I have no memory. Maybe nothing too special. Usually. That means I have to rewatch tomorrow to see if I missed any good point. I can't remember. Really. Okay, but still I finished that. Give me 20%. Off work, I cannot walk because I forgot to bring my shorts with me, so I cannot walk with a heavy fucking beautiful jeans. So that's the reason. That's the valid reason. Okay, I applied for 3 jobs. So this is the point of the infeasibility of the plan. That, imagine if every night I apply for 3 jobs. That means in total for a month I can apply for 90 jobs. And I will tell you that is not the open kind of position, number of position for, like, there's no way people can have the demand for 90 risk management associates for a month. That's too much risk for country, that's just too much risk. But yeah, I should aim. But then I see a lot of job posts that have the deadline for 31st August or 15 August, so I think I should hurry up. But today I finished one job application which I think tomorrow I will just also finish one. Like every day I just do one application because it's very demanding. It's like because for each because I apply for banks, right? And every bank they have different form of CV, and regardless of what CV you want to give them, at the end of the day, if you want to process with the recruitment process, proceed with the recruitment process, you must finish their form. And that form was like always 3+ pages, and then ask for a lot of invasive information like what's my dad's name, or what's my sister's name, or how much did I make with my last job. Like I think that's very invasive, but I applied. I'm a underdog in the story, so I disclose everything. Everything they ask for, I give them. I just complain. I still do it either way. That's why I should not complain too much, because I still do it either way. So bye. I have applied for one job, so I just give it like 6%, and then 100 pages of books. There's no way I can read books in this kind of situation. I'm just too exhausted. It's like when you have this makes me realize that the importance of your full-time job should fulfill what you want to develop, because if not, it's just stupid. I don't have enough time for like any kind of habit, because the time I'm off work I have to devote it to the things that I want to develop in, which unfortunately not the thing that I'm doing at my recent work. So it's just stupid. It's not a efficient way to do it. So preferably, like I would love to, or I should apply for an intern. I think an intern would be less demanding. Still young. Like people would be like, I would have like younger girls in that, and they would be like, why start thinking bad about it? They haven't even existed in my life yet. I was going to say they're gonna be pick me girl, and they would say like, oh, how old are you? You're older than me. I'm so ridiculous. Oh my gosh, how can I think about some non-existent creatures, objects in my life in such a negative way? Like they don't even exist. I think that is for my own kind of, let's say, I drive the status. That's book again. I don't read a lot of books, so you will hear me repeatedly explain things or talk about things in a way that relate to one of the limited numbers of books I have read. So I might drive the status from but it's not even the truth, from my moral conduct, something like I feel like I'm a better person. That's ridiculous. I feel like I'm a better person, so I'm happy with that. And they might be young, but hey, I'm better. That's not even a good thought. I'm a bad person. Oh my gosh. Anyways, it's just off track. That's not what we plan to do this evening. I'm just exhausted. I just want to go to bed, so let's finish it quickly. It's so funny. I think talking to myself is very funny. I love myself. I'm very lovely. Okay, anyways. So, up until now, I have finished 66%. That's a good number. That's a beautiful number. 66 is like lộc thấp thất lộc. I think I don't know what it should be some lục. Lục. 6 is like lục in a Chinese. I mean I don't pronounce it correctly though. And that means luck in Vietnamese. It's like lục and lộc and then luck because when I was in grade 4th, my mom and my dad has a car register with the number 6A6A. It's like lục phát bad, lục bad. Like if you say it in another like kind of stretchy ways, it's gonna be lộc phát is like a lot of luck, a lot of money, a lot of money. So that's the only car in my family that was sold without any loss. Like we bought it at 250 and we drove it for 2 years and we sold it for 250. So it's even again just because of the number, the car number register. That's so cool. All right. So for the day, I have outlined some kind of things that I would love to talk in this vlog. Mostly the things that I thought about this recent day that I haven't mentioned. Oh, I have. I don't remember. So first of all, me being very double stated. Okay, I don't know why I have to explain it because it's just obvious. I'm very double standard. Ah, yes, this is what my mom like. I always kind of make an excuse for my inability to keep my room very tidy and neat all the time, or my ability to cook well, or my ability to be gentle and lovely, everything, because I'm too busy and I'm a career woman and I want to do more. And like I think that's an excuse. Okay, this is an excuse and it's not valid, so don't go after me. So what I want to say is like, boys, you don't have to worry about those stuff. There was like eat everything they can on the street. I can't. I just have a very bad feeling after eating those stuff. And they don't. And sometimes some of them don't have to even clean the room, so that's less work. Like this is an assumption, okay? I know I'm bad when I say things like this. This is just terrible stereotype. But I still think so. So I'm so sorry. Very, very sorry. Acknowledge my fallacies, but can't help but still thinking about like in that stream of thought. So I'm very sorry. And when my mom talked to me, like she said that she cried when she said those things. So it was like I feel very bad. She said that, okay, you tell me that because you're a girl and you like have to do things, but then at work you are expected to behave just like other person regardless of your gender. So that's an excuse you make for yourself. However, as you can see, I'm a woman and I'm a mom and I'm a wife and I have to be the breadwinner for this family and make my family a lot of money, which she did. And I built this house, which she also did. And I take care of my kids, which she also did. And I financed them to go to the school and to go study abroad, which she also did. And I take care of my husband and I take care of, like those two parts are not her very standout kind of responsibilities, but she did actually take care of my dad and my grandma in some ways. Like my dad would be like very talented at cooking, so my mom would not cook, but then my dad could, but then my mom has to take care of the house and everything around and like cleaning stuff. That's a lot of work, I have to say. And like when you say that, and she continued to say, when you say that I don't have time to understand you, to talk to you, to teach you how to be a nice person, and do you also think about my other responsibilities? And it was like, a boom moment to me. It was like I'm so super duper duper devastated. You see, like my mom, she she even like have much terrible and dramatic burden than mine. I just have myself to carry about, so it's not a lot. But she have the whole family to take care of. She has me who spent a lot of money because I have to go to study abroad, and she built a house, like, and then I criticize her for not fulfilling the responsibility of a mom to teach her daughter right. But at the same time I make an excuse for myself for not doing the duty of a daughter because of a girl. Like what? Like what? Like, I'm so double standard. I mean, I know I'm double standard, but usually it would be in things that would not matter a lot in my family. Like, I don't fucking care about other people. I don't care about them neutrally, what they do good, what they do bad. I just don't care. Like, just live your life, I live mine. As long as you don't harm my life, then you're good. You're an angel. Um, but when I realized that I do double standard with my family, that's just terrible to realize that. So yeah, that's a big realization. I think just in these 6 recent months, I just have so many big realization with my mom. You know why? Because I talk. She doesn't talk. My dad also doesn't talk. They just don't. If there's any problem, they would be like, okay, just don't do that. So what? Just don't do that. I don't allow you. And I was like, okay, I don't fucking care. If you don't give me the reason, you know me, I will not listen to you. That's usually what happened. I'm not a good girl. Um, but then these 6 months after 2 months being separate from my, not being separate sounds like terrible, but being away from my family, I just, first, I love them so much. Second, I miss them so much. And third, I just wish, and I just know that I have to cherish every single moment I can with them. So I try to talk to my mom. I try to understand her. I haven't tried to talk to my dad yet, mostly because the amount of time he's spending with me when he's sober is just limited. he's very drunken, like, all the time. I'm just used to it. I don't know why a teacher could be that drunken that often. That's so annoying. But yeah, so talking to our family is just beautiful. I use too much beautiful, but it's actually very beautiful, because even though I feel bad about myself when I do double standard, when I have wrong perception about my mom, when I realize that I haven't helped her at all, and I realize that I haven't done my duty as a daughter, even though I feel bad about myself, but at the same time I feel good, because at least I realized, what if I cannot realize this until it's too late, until I cannot fulfill my duty anymore? It even become worse, right? So now or never. I feel good. I think this video will be less, like, 45 minutes. But anyway, I started, so I have to finish it, right? So that's just the first point. I have 7 points. So 6 points left to go. Fuck. That's why I don't want to write. Because imagine how much I have to write. It's like too much. And I don't like writing or typing, so I would talk. Okay, the second point. I have high standard of punctuality. This is obvious. This is obvious. I have high standard as fuck. You know, no, this is bad. Like, you know, anh Bảo is a ví dụ. Anh Bảo is a ví dụ. Anh Bảo là một ví dụ, right? Like, mình rất là thích anh Bảo. As a friend nha, mình rất là thích anh Bảo bởi vì anh Bảo rất là cool. Em sẽ đi viết. Nhưng mà sau khi mình spend enough time với ảnh á, thì mình cũng thấy sloppy nha, đi xuống nha, drifting nha, không có được nha, kiểu như vậy, nó kiểu đi xuống. Thì kiểu như là I realized that, you know, I don't know why I speak Vietnamese, but anyway, I realized that I have high standard and I really scrutinize people like a lot, like scrutinize or scrutinize, I guess. Like I know, at least in my workplace, I don't see anyone as okay. He's so cool. He's so good. I at least until now see no like defects from him. At least that I haven't felt that at all for anyone in my work. Like just because when I first came into contact with them, that might be still a honeymoon, right? I feel good, I feel okay, this person is cool, this person is kind, which all of them are very kind. They have good willing and they all have good intention, so they're kind, nice people. But there are some kind of perception, some kind of things that I would not say that okay, this one would be my very respectable, not the word, like I would really admire that person because of his or her personality. So I don't like no one succeeded to kind of overwhelm me or enlighten me with their perfect, is that a noun? Like no one is perfect, but I think Anba is very good already. I just not good enough. My boss, he was also very cool. I was impressed by him a lot 4 months ago, but now now I'm still very impressed. He's very cool. I just see some kind of what's the word? The mismatch between my ideology and his ideology. So that's not a kind of personality kind of thing. Obviously, the only person. No, not the only. There are many person. There are many. No, I think he and then in Quinn, or like the person that I feel like their ideology, their moral code, and the way that they behave, I just admire them, and I was like, okay, they're so cool, and yes, okay, I know how to describe this problem. So I have high standard of people who I want to be. Like I just want to be the one who just fulfill all of my standard of a good person or dedicated, devoted, smart person. And I think up until now, just Inquin and Hair are like the two person that I would think in my head that okay, I would like to be this person because to me they're just perfect, So that's very cool. Even though I know that me and him will like fight sometimes, and when we fight, I think she's so bad. I think like I thought like okay, she was shitty and I hate her, but I didn't have the audacity to, you know, end the relationship, no, end the friendship and goodbye her, because I know she's cool and I know I don't have a lot of chance to meet that kind of cool people in this world. So I just kind of, you know, nhận xét nhỉ, thấy xem bất quyền làm họ, like, no, it's not even applied to this context, but it's kind of, you know, when you know that you kind of cling on the thing that you know that will not happen to you too frequently, not to say very rarely, and you just love it and you just don't want it to, you know, go away. So you kind of have the kind of needy attachment to it. So I'm very attached to my relationship, my friendship to her. That's why, you know. That's the Hasina of equality. Okay, I'm too tired. I want to stop at point number 3. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. Let's see. I have never been finished any plan. But today, if I finished reading 100 pages of book for the first time in my life, I finished, what's that? A plan. Like, you know, I have a lot of plan. Usually I'm a plan maker in many ways. Like I make plan to do stuff but I just don't finish any. I just make it and usually I forget about the plan. not to say finish it. So I will try to do it. It's bad. I have to give a sticker over somewhere, say that stick to your plan, finish it step by step. So sad. Just try. Okay, this is important. Why is point 4? It should be point number 1. You should try your best every single time. I tell you what, if I try better with my CFA exam, I should landed a job like much more easily, not the struggling. So when I was younger, before I met Tim, I always try my best at every opportunity given to me, regardless of it relates or doesn't relate to my future. So, but then when I growed up a little bit, and then everything just get, you know, my bed is crazy. Everything just get overwhelming, just too much, too many things to do at the same time, and I don't have the time and I don't have the skill to manage my effort and my time. So I finished, had to drop one of the two. And one more point is that was the time I didn't try my best, even though I tried near my best, because I did work a lot and a lot of things. Like, I'm just exhausted every day and never feel good. So I think that's just a part of it. It should happen that way, but I will get again. I will retake my old ideology, that I will try my best at everything I do, regardless of whether or not it relates to what I am doing, to what I want to do, because you never know, like, because what you want to do will change. This happened to me and her just in 6 months. Just in 6 months of doing an exchange semester. We changed a lot about what we want to do, our ideology, a future plan in 10 years. And that's like that unexpected. You see, your want, your desire itself is unexpected. Not to mention what happened to you in reality in the future. So to be prepared for that, just don't give up at any chance you have. Just try your best. Just do it. And you don't know, and you will never know when will it come handy. So it's a big lesson to me. At least I learned it. Like, every time I learn a lesson, I will feel like, okay, I'm lucky because now I'm young. So that's good. I have time to kind of put that lesson into use and take value from it. So it's a time value kind of things, and it's very profitable. in a financial term. Okay, so next is I love talking. My inner never okay. I love talking and my inner voice never stop. I agree. As you can see, I talk to myself like 30 minutes already. How can a stupid people can do that? I just love my love talking to myself too much. Maybe I should have a husband so that I can have someone to talk to. Because my best friends, they just don't talk to me. Yeah, didn't call me or text me for like 2 decades. Hey, also don't. No one talked to me. I'm so sad. I have to talk to myself. Look how desperate I am. I feel okay. I'm quite sure I wrote I feel lonely this day, but because my handwriting was too bad, it looks like I feel lovely this day. You see, just a little bit of just a word, just a letter, it has changed the context. I never remember what I think or say. That's a big degree. Okay, that's everything. That's the 7 points. I never remember what I think or what I say because I was so surprised at what I say in a vlog. Like I don't remember a random vlog I talk about mindfulness, just because I listened about the postcard about mindfulness. I was like, okay, all right, that was cool. I was cool. Now I'm not, and I feel lonely. Like yes, I do. I should call my mom or my dad more often. Then should go home and live with my grandpa. My grandma would talk to me. No one talked to me. I love talking. Not because I have a lot to share. I just love the companion of somebody. A companion of somebody. Hi. Anyway, one more point. My B should be. The final point of this all was that I don't remember. I remember. That's not important. It's just a random thought. Okay, so last time I talked to Bao and we like I don't want to argue with him. But somehow we ended up talking about, the right, and he said that right, like lawful right, was born to protect the, what was that? The kind of happiness, the kind of safety, like the right of each individual. And I was like, no, it was not. I think, and I just say that intuitively and logically from what I understand. I said that no, I think because I think right was born to give their society, the community, the optimal beneficial value. It means that somebody might be less, like the right, the law will give somebody less value than others, but the accumulated sum of all of people in the society must reach the maximum number it can goes to. It's like the parapon, like it will have a maximum, and then after that, if you increase like the strictness or the flexibility, like if there are two mentioned, the rigid and the flexible kind of extreme, and if you increase to any of these two, it will not be the optimal value that you can find. Like the optimal value should be somewhere in the middle. I mean, I don't know, I just intuitively look and think about that like that. And today I listened to a postcard. I can't remember the name, but then he talks something. He tells something like, John Locke is a kind of father of some kind of democracy. Something I don't like. He's a philosophist, and his philosophies revolves around the structure of a society, or you know, a community, or no, it's a society. It's kind of something ism. It's like democracy. If I remember correctly, so he is the one who set the foundation for democracy. um the ideology, I mean. So there's another person called John Stuart Mill something, and he also talk about, I don't know what's the English term for that, but it generally means that right and law were born to give the society the best value. Just exactly like what I thought. And I was like, but then I realized that he followed his ideology and he followed his explanation, and that explanations result in that kind of conclusion, and I somehow also arrive at that conclusion. And given the fact that I see his kind of you know, milestone or landmark in some kind of philosophy words, and he's kind of a very very famous and prestigious and credible philosopher. So I see, I at that time, at the moment when I listen to the postcat, I have a small thinking that, okay, then you see, I know the truth, I know what is right. But then I realized that, but there are many streams of philosophies. um, he's just one of them, and there's no absolute right or wrong. They're just only relative. So what I know and what I consider as right, my opinion in this case, is not actually absolutely right. But I don't know that, because you know why now I realize that's because I see that my understanding align with an ideology, and there are many ideologies. So that means there are many ways to look into my kind of problem, like the problem that we argue about. So I see now that it's just so relative, you know. It just can be right with some and can be wrong with others, and no, there's no right or wrong when we talk about philosophies. I mean, tell me, that kind of thing, people cannot even understand it, not to mention saying that it's right or it's wrong. So yeah, so every time now, like, I become more and more humble recently. So now I think I become even more humble. I was like, okay, before I say it, I have to disclaim you that this is very personal. This is not the truth. And I agree with whatever you say. I just add one more view to your opinion. I think that was should be the kind of things that I should add to the conversation. I don't want to argue, because I mean, I'm not right either, and he's not right either, because we are always wrong to each other and right to ourselves. So there's no point of arguing over that. So just add the point to add perspective, and we will be the one who decide to take that perspective into account or not. Okay, so the majority of these videos are nonsense. Bye and good night. I look ugly because it's evening, you know.